Away, guys. My name is Hiba, and I'm a football supporter. I love football so much. As you can see, I'm a Liverpool supporter, guys. I don't like walking alone, so let's talk about the game. I just watched the Watford and Liverpool game. I'm very happy, to say the least. When the game started, I was a little bit like, first 10-20 minutes, I was like, I'm not sure how to feel because we don't really have a great history with Watford. I mean, we have a good, like, we usually win, but like, there was that one game. Anyway, going into the game, I was a bit skeptical, but then once we got to about 2 goals, by halftime, I was very comfortable. Like, I was, also, can I just say, Sadio got his 100th Prem goal, so ups to my boy. And then Salah has been amazing. He was so good in this game. Oh my god, like an assist, a goal, but also that goal, also that assist, like it was just brilliant. And then got to give a shout out to my boy Firmino because he gave a hat-trick. Like, it was just a great game. It was a bit boring in the beginning, but now, as they started to get momentum, it was good. I feel sorry that Watford had such a bad possession. Like, I feel bad for them because they lost at home. And, like, I wouldn't want to be in their position. And I'm not saying that to toot my own team, but it just, yeah. Anyway, there's a lot more football coming this weekend, so I'm quite excited to see what else happens. I find it quite interesting, based on Jota being on the bench for this game. Klopp is definitely going to start him in our Champions League game this week against Atletico. So, yeah, I think that's a good thing. Also, clearly the wings going to have Alexander-Arnold, and we're going to have Robertson starting. So, yeah, I just hope that Origi doesn't feature. Great game. I'm so excited.
Hey, what's up, guys? I hope you can hear me clearly. It's Rain for Aweh's football. I'm just here to react to United's loss, horrific loss. That was an horrendous showing. Look, I love Maguire, but he was the main player at fault this fixture. The thing is, he wasn't rested fully, and I think I would have trusted Bailey playing alongside Lindelof because of the fact that he's fitter, you know. But the game as a whole, very disappointed. I'm actually boiling inside, still very angry. But you know, we move. The Ollie out saga. I've always had this approach on Ollie, saying that if he doesn't win anything soon, namely this season, by the end of the season, he can definitely go. But it's deeper than that at United, I think. I don't think correct people are put in positions, you know, with the proper qualifications. Yeah. So I think there needs to be a whole paradigm shift actually at United, but that's, I'm going in too deep. Greenwood's goal was amazing. I rate Greenwood so much, and there's a lot of shit being said about how selfish he is, and my thing is, look, for me he's the most promising attacking player at United at the moment, and he's playing, you know, his heart's out. But in general, like, I'm not saying the other players aren't, it's just that at what point do the players also, how do I put it, let me start again. What I'm trying to say is, the players are playing to the best of their ability, right? But with no direction or tactical tact, if that makes sense. So yeah, they're gonna get tired of it soon. I mean, Pogba, when they asked the interview after the game, he was the most honest out of everyone, and at some point they're gonna push Ollie out, I think. But yeah, terrible loss, very bleak still. I just hope we win our next fixture. Yeah, and Ollie out from John. Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Liam back on Where It's Football. As the gunner, I'm giving my perspective on the Monday night game. The closest we'll get to Tuesday night football, but it is what it is. So, as a whole, a bit disappointing from Arsenal, but credit to Crystal Palace, they did really well. I thought Patrick Vieira was going to give us another win, but no, he was against us this time. In the beginning, great. It was good to see my team press, apply that much pressure. That was impressive to see from the start. Aubameyang looked really good in the beginning, winning the ball. I mean, playing a Firmino role, and eventually his goal. It was quite spectacular, I guess, in the circumstances, going forward and being able to finish from that angle. But after that, wasn't so good for Arsenal. We kind of changed our tactics, and I didn't like how far we dropped back. That wasn't good. And because, I mean, if you can do it like Chelsea and maintain possession and keep a good form at the back, dropping back is okay. But Arsenal didn't look really good. Crystal Palace pushed the game, pushed possession play, and we were on the back foot. And then when we did have possession, we gave it away too easily. We didn't apply that pressure and keep the ball when we needed to. I mean, Crystal Palace, Conor Gallagher, he played a really good game. We had a problem with him in the midfield. There were a few decisions that were kind of sus. The fact that Benteke didn't really get a penalty. I think it was on the fence in our box, or at least it was worthy of a review. I mean, that's against us. I'm trying to be neutral in that situation. But I will be biased and say that the challenge on Saka deserved a red card because, I mean, in hindsight, because of that challenge, he couldn't play on into the second half. And we really needed Saka. But Lacazette coming on made a difference for us. Even though it didn't really look the same that we did before our first goal, he made a difference. And luckily, because of him, we got the point. We drew the game. I feel like a bit undeserving for Crystal Palace because they played really well. Going forward, what I want from Arsenal is better possession play and that same drive that we saw from Aubameyang in the first few minutes. I think that's imperative for us, especially against these teams, especially against these teams that are fighting against us. And I mean, trying not to think about the top four and fighting them with these kind of tactics. Yeah.
Hey guys, Raz here for Aweh Football. Fucking fan cam reaction. I've been dreading doing this one, guys. Like, okay, Leicester City 4, Man United 2. Bro, I feel like it's a write-off. You know, I feel like anything we get from this season right now feels like it's gonna be lucky, you know, with this team, with the way we play. But let me just get into this fucking match for you quickly. Bro, summing up the whole match, basically it was like last season all over again, you know what I'm saying? Fucking attackers running at Lindelof and Maguire. You know, that's what we saw. That's all we saw last season. That's why we needed a centre defensive midfielder. And that's what happened against Leicester, bro. It was just balls through the middle, attackers running straight at Lindelof and Maguire. Maguire, like, just fucking out also. Like, I'm going to get to Maguire actually, but yeah, you know, this is why we needed a centre defensive midfielder in the summer. And Ollie didn't prioritize this position. He was chasing a fucking right back for like two months. We didn't get him. The lot's fine. Like, we were fine in that department. We had a massive gaping hole in the midfield. And we're seeing it now. Like, after 35 minutes, Matic, like, okay, let's say 65 minutes, Matic just, you know, like, we can't rely on him for that long. He's an old fucking man. Like we need, you know, and Fred and McTominay don't do shit for us. So we need a specialist in that role. Also, like, I feel like we need more players behind the ball. But I'll get into that, like the reason why that is. So in the summer, Ollie fucks up, doesn't prioritize a centre defensive mid. Like we get everything else we needed, and like yes, we needed all of those positions. Like Ronaldo was like, you know, just a cherry on the cake, but without that midfielder, we really like, you know, we're just struggling right now. And I think it's because of Ollie's style of play, you know. It's like we don't have a style of play, but actually we do. And what we do is we rely on players to have big moments in games. That's why it always looks like we just got lucky or something in the game, you know. So these players go out there and they know this is the game plan. Like, you know, these players aren't stupid. They know what Ollie wants from them. He wants them to have individual moments of brilliance, right? And because he relies on them having these moments, he has to favorite them, and you know, and he picks them again and again. So they know in order to get picked in the team on a regular basis, they need to fucking, you know, have a moment. And so what happens is our team game gets sacrificed for this. Basically, our players, like, we have no cohesion in the team. We hardly ever pass through other teams. You know, you'll never see us passing through a team really, like making these, like holding the ball like the other top three sides, like how you see Chelsea do it, Man City, Liverpool. We just don't have that. And that's because our players are trying to have individual moments of brilliance instead of playing a team game. And this is like what's fucking us right now. And it's what's fucked us in the summer, because he knew he had to, like, you know, guarantee McTominay and Fred game time. So, like, he didn't think we need another midfielder. Like, and this is where we are now. Like, you know, Greenwood is such a good example of this. Like, I love the boy now, but fuck, he needs to pass sometimes. Like, he needs to play the ball. You know, like, we need creativity on that right side, and Greenwood just goes for goal. And like Maguire as well. Maguire Friday was his first time training after being injured. Saturday he starts the game. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, obviously the player's gonna want to play, but the manager needs to be like, no, you can't play. Like, he needs to trust the other players, and he doesn't do that because he has favourites in the team, and because those favourites produce big game moments or have in the past, he can't bench them. And it's just like, bro, the problems at our club are so massive now. You know, like with Mike Ashley gone from Newcastle, like we have the shittest owners in the Premier League. And now I feel like we've seen the ceiling with Ollie. Like, this is probably, you know, this is as far as we're going to go with Ollie, guys. Like, honestly, I feel like the season's a write-off. No, not a write-off, but like, I don't feel like I can confidently say we're going to be in the challenge for any fucking silverware. And it's just like, I can't, yeah, it's only like we're hardly even 10 games in, and it's like, fuck, it's done. I don't know, like, I feel like the worst is yet to come. I feel like we've got to fucking buckle up, boys, because we're gonna be in for a ride here. Like, I feel like things are gonna get a lot worse before they get good. And you know, with our up and coming fixtures, it just, fuck, it looks like a shit show, bro. I don't know. You know, when Ollie's back's against the wall, somehow he turns into fucking prime Sir Alex Ferguson. But like, we can't see that. We can't have these lucky games, you know. All the players coming out after the game talking about like, oh, we need to stay together and stuff like that. Like, we've seen enough, bro. I'm fucking like, I've seen enough. I've seen enough of this shit now. Like, I want to be confident going into results and going into fixtures, you know, like confident that our style of play and our quality of players are better than the opposition's. But like, our game plan right now is shit. Like, we have no team game in United. And that's it, bro. I'm done with this fucking fan cam. It's been Raz for Aweh. It's fucking football. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And yeah, guys, fuck United. Ollie out from me, Ollie out from John. And yeah, I'm sure Rain will say the same thing, guys. Cheers.